While Lin was cultivating, Ling Yan said, "All right, let's stop here for today. Rushing in practice is not advisable. You've already done quite well." Lin said, "Practicing special abilities is so exhausting. I'm starving and dizzy." Ling Yan told him to rest well while leaving. Mother came and said, "Zuyu, are you asleep?" I asked Dalai. He said practicing abilities consumes a lot of energy. Mother was worried you do go hungry, so she made you something to eat. Lin said, "It's not necessary to go through so much trouble." Mother said, "Do not worry about whether it's trouble or not. Give it a taste and see if it agrees with your stomach." Lin started eating. "So good. Thank you." Mother said, "As long as you like it." "Thanks for what?" "From now on, just tell Mother what you want to eat, and she'll make it for you." Lin was thinking. Before, it was either takeout or instant noodles, or you went to the store with Yao to eat. After living 2 lifetimes, finally, I've tasted a meal cooked by my own mother. Lin said, "Yeah, I understand. Mother." There was a bright smile on Mother's face. Lin Manor guest room. Dalai said, "Young master, why are you here?" Lin said, "Why aren't you resting in bed?" The doctor said you need more rest. Dalai said, "My injuries have been fine for a while now. If I keep lying in bed all day, I'll turn into a mushroom." Lin said, "You should still listen to the doctor. If Mother and Father had not called the doctor, you might have lost your life this time." Dalai said, "Protecting young master is my duty. As long as young master is safe, even if I die, it's worth it." Lin said, "El spare me. Every time trouble arises, you run faster than anyone else." Dalai said, "It's not the same. Second miss would not really harm young master." Suddenly some noise came to them. "Madam, sir allowed us to stay." That's right. Lin came and said, "Father, Mother, what are you doing?" Mother said, "Last night, your father and I discussed it. We do not have much money at home, and we cannot afford to keep so many people. It might be better to give them some money to make their own living." Lin said, "A list. Are you really so forward-thinking?" Those workers said, "If Madam does not mind, let me continue to stay in the Lin household and cook. Old servants do not have many good years left. I hope Madam and Sir can provide a place for me to live out my remaining days, considering our many years of service." Dalai said, "Do not worry, young master. I'm not leaving either." Father said, "I want to stay by Madam's side for my whole life." Lin was thinking, this is what a family should be like, right? Perhaps being hit by the meteor was not a punishment for my confused emotions by the heavens, but rather a blessing for my good deeds. Lin said, "It's tough without money. One must find a way to make a living." People started whispering, "Are these two insane, walking under the scorching sun? It's so hot. Let's go to Fragment Pavilion and find some amusement." "Manhwa, do you?" The whole city's ice is gone, and Fragment Pavilion is as hot as a steamer. No reaction there. Lin heard that. When will this dreadful weather end? What would the guests like to eat? Lin said, "I'm not hungry. I need to discuss a business deal with your manager," he said while using his ice skill on a cup of wine. "Young master, what is your unique skill? Is it ice-based?" "I do like to borrow the well water here for a day, and I will pay 10 taels." It seems the young master is aware of the unusually hot weather this year. The capital is facing a shortage of ice, and it's becoming priceless. With the young master's abilities, earning a fortune daily is not difficult. 10 taels might be too low. Lin said, "Then, what do you think is a suitable price?" Manager said, "At least 50 taels." Lin said, "Deal." "No wonder you're from the Jeju Pavilion. You're quite generous." Manager said, "Young master, are you joking? You want to borrow our well at the Jeju Pavilion, and now you want us to pay you." Lin said while leaving, "Since the innkeeper lacks sincerity, let's forget it. Perhaps the fragrant pavilion across the street might be more sincere." Manager said, "Wait, young master, please wait. 10 taels. As long as the young master can provide ice for the Jeju Pavilion, you'll receive 10 taels of silver daily." Lin said, "The innkeeper also knows this year's unusually hot weather, and the capital's ice source is scarce. Ice is practically priceless. With my abilities, earning a fortune daily is not a difficult task. 10 taels might be too low, at least 50 taels. 50 taels it is." Manager agreed. He said, "But young master, you must agree to one condition. Besides the Jeju Pavilion, you cannot provide ice to any other place, as long as you can keep it exclusive to the Jeju Pavilion. Even if it's 50 taels a day, it's still a big profit." Lin said, "In that case, the price might be different." Manager said, "In addition to 50 taels of silver per day, you'll also receive a 5-fold bonus in coins for each barrel of ice, young master." Lin agreed to this. Manager said while they were leaving with a box of silver taels, "Lin, young master, please remember to come back tomorrow." Dalai said, 300 taels of silver. If only every day could be like this." Lin said, "You're just dreaming. The weather will turn cooler and you'll earn less each day." Suddenly Ling Yan came to them. Lin said, "How come I keep running into you everywhere? You're not following me, are you?" She said, "Are you short on money?" Lin said, "Is not it obvious?" She said, "How much money do you need? I'll give it to you. Give me the money." she said. You just cannot be greedy without considering your reputation. Acting like this will make others look down on the Lin family, Lin said while snatching that bag from her hand. Making money through one's own abilities is not at all shameful. I do not care what others think. He was thinking, since the Zhao family looks down on my commoner demeanor, they should quickly annul the engagement. I beg you kind-hearted people, please help me. My child is ill, and without treatment, they will not survive. Is this enough? It's enough, it's enough. Thank you, benefactor, thank you, benefactor. Ling Yin said, in the capital, people like this are often scammers. Do you think it's worth it? Lin said, there's nothing to fear. This coin would not even be enough to have a meal at the Jeju Pavilion. But it might save a life. No matter how you look at it, it's worth it. Let's go pick out 2 pieces of fabric for Aunt Wang. Her clothes are almost threadbare. Ling Yin asked, who is Aunt Wang? Lin said, she's our household's cook. Ling Yin said, you're buying things for servants in your household. Lin said, these people chose to stay at the Lin mansion during its most difficult times. To me, they're all family. You're not eating. This place has good food. Ling Yin said, I will not eat. Although you're greedy and lustful, you're thrifty, kind-hearted, and unafraid of authority. Indeed, you can be considered a good person. Little sister-in-law, you've finally issued a good person card to someone. What's a good person card anyway? Lin was thinking, I never expected my sister-in-law, who usually acts so arrogantly, to genuinely praise me like this. Ling Yin said, regardless of what the good person card is, I will definitely convince my father that, when my sister returns to the capital, I'll arrange for your marriage. Dalai came, young master. Young master. Lin asked, what's the matter? Dalai said, someone from the palace has arrived. Butler of palace said, Lin Ziyu, the son of Lord Pingyan, is summoned and must enter the palace immediately without delay. Ling Yin said, uncle and aunt, do not worry. There won't be any major issues when he enters the palace. Butler said, young master Lin, once you enter the inner palace, your only responsibility will be to make ice. Do not look at things you should not. Do not ask questions you should not, remember that. Lin was thinking, even though sister-in-law has stronger abilities, she chose me, a strong young man. Being a first-grade noble's daughter is truly noble. But it's a pity for my business at the Jeju Pavilion. Butler said, why sigh? Do not you want to work for the palace? Lin said, you misunderstand. I'm just worried that my elemental power is too weak, and I will not be able to make much ice. Butler said, do not worry, everything has been arranged by the officials. You do not need to worry about it. Greetings to the imperial concubine. Concubine asked about Lin. Butler said, Your Majesty, due to the hot weather, students from the Academy of Martial Arts have been summoned to make ice for all the concubines. Concubine said, From the looks of you, you must have come from the Yangning Palace. Fei Cat said, It is so heavy. Lin was thinking, the beast. Language skill works on exotic beasts as well. Concubine said, The Empress is amazing, it is so hot in the palace. Not only is she the first to have ice, but she probably has twice as much as anyone else. Go on, get to work. If you scare the servants of the Empress, they'll harvest your head as punishment. Butler said, Yes, we'll leave after making the ice. Hiss, it seems that this concubine is not easy to deal with. I need to finish quickly. Making ice without direct contact with the water surface makes the ice-making process slower. After this morning, I feel like my body has been drained. A maid came and said, These are rewards from Consort Shu for your hard work in making ice, Lin said, Grapes to eat. Consort Shu is much better than the Empress we just met. Lin was thinking, it's even better than the grapes I bought for my sister before I crossed over. He said, This is so delicious. Butler said, Of course, these are tribute from the western regions. Normally, the concubines cannot eat them. Only Consort Shu uses these grapes to reward people. Well, since you've been running around with me, you can all share it. They said, Then we'll take advantage of Lin's generosity. Lin said, Manager Lai, may I ask where we're going next? If there are any taboos, please let me know in advance. Manager Lai said, Young Master Lin, you're too polite. Next, we're going to Ruidong Palace. It used to be inhabited by Consorta, but she passed away a few years ago. Now, it's Princess Ming who lives there. Just be careful not to anger the princess. Princess, I have come with orders to bring people to make ice for the Ruidong Palace. Their eyes met with each other. Princess Ming said, Care, do not you find that person quite annoying? That maid said, Your Highness, please control your temper. Ming said, Chi, once you've finished your tasks, leave quickly. Lin was thinking, is Mercury in retrograde today? Why do I keep getting the cold shoulder from women? He said to Manager Lai, Manager Lai, has the princess also awakened her special abilities? Manager Lai said, Naturally, the princess has awakened the fire-type ability. Lin was thinking, no wonder, she's a natural counter to me. I should keep my distance from her. Manager Lai said, Young Master Lin, next, I'll take you to the residence of the 9 concubines. Lin said, does not your conscience hurt seeing me like this? Manager Lai said, do not worry, young master. We've long prepared something good for you. What is this? This is Yuan crystal, extracted from native exotic creatures, suitable for all ages. Aids in AWAKENINGNHANCS elemental power, strengthens the kidneys and lower back. Everyone who uses it praises its effectiveness. This is a gift from His Majesty. Is this your first awakening? Young Master Lin, this Yuan crystal can make up for a day of your hard training. Enjoy it secretly if you like. Thank you, Your Majesty. Master Lin, who has been busy all day, is finally released by the Emperor. Manager Lai said, from now on, every other day, you will need to enter the palace, do not forget. Lin was thinking, fortunately, I got 15 Yuan crystals for free, otherwise, I would have been at a loss. Lingyan came to him. Why are you only coming out now? Lin said, Lingyin. Why are you here? Lingyan gave him the payment from the Jeyu Pavilion. No, this is money you earned, I cannot accept it. Lingyan ordered him to take that money. Lin said, well then, I'll reluctantly accept it. While thinking, no wonder so many guys are willing to be kept by rich women. To say or not to say, living off someone else is really comfortable. Lingyan, why did you decide to pick me up today? Lingyan said, the person who tried to assassinate you has not been found. And your bodyguards are too weak. Dumplings, 5 cents a bowl. Lin said, let's go eat dumplings. Lingyan said, I'm not hungry. Lin said, boss, 3 bowls of dumplings, please. Lingyan said, can you finish it all? Lin said, I've been busy at the palace all day. I'm so hungry I could eat a whole cow. Lingyan felt a killing intent. Strange, I definitely felt a hint of murderous intent. Are you full? Lin said, I'm filled with strength now. I feel like I could take on 10 bulls. Let's go back home. While some Asasians talking to each other, it's all because of that shadow incident last time, it made this guy more alert. HMPH. This woman cannot protect him forever.